Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching today. Sasha here. My shadow's kind of blocking the light. My apologies. But today is a special video. This is just random out of the blue. This is a cooking for a change. And I'm going to bring this recipe to actuality in this video because I have to give Kreative Life her props. This is the best Pollo Tropical recipe I have ever happened upon. Now, for those of you that are maybe not familiar with Pollo Tropical, it is a Caribbean themed fast food joint, and it is prevalent all throughout South Florida. It's kind of sparse in Central Florida and like in some other states, I believe. And one thing they're known for is their citrus-marinated chicken, which her picture pretty much looks like the restaurant's picture. That's how good her recipe is. So, I unfortunately not living near Pollo Tropical. We have to do stuff like this so I can get my craving back, or I can drive hours, an hour, because both of them are like an hour north and south. Got one that's like an hour north of me and one that's like an hour and some change south of me. So instead of doing that, I'd rather just try to replicate the recipe. So here we have the Pollo Tropical chicken recipe, the Marinade, which is pretty much the base for their chicken and shrimp, I believe, when they do have shrimp. So we have 3 Cornish hens de-skinned, cut in halves, a 1/4 cup of sour orange juice, tablespoon of pineapple juice, 2 packets of coriander and annatto seasoning, and you just do coriander and annatto. You don't have to. When people say a brand, you don't have to really stick with that brand. A teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon cumin, 1/4 teaspoon oregano. So I don't have all my ingredients on the countertop right now, but give me a second and I will most certainly show you. Alright, and this is basically what you need. Like I said, don't have the Goya brand packets, but you can get the annatto and coriander separate, and then I'll see how much a packet consists of, and then just estimate. I would think that it's probably a 1/2 teaspoon packet of each, so we'll do a teaspoon of each. Shouldn't alter the flavor too much, but yeah, this is all you need. And sour orange. Okay, so you can find this at your grocer for the most part in the international/Hispanic aisle, or you can go to a specialty market like Hispanic markets or Caribbean markets. You can also make this with orange juice and I believe lime juice. Don't know the exact proportions, but I'll put it in the video and make sure I have the ingredients right. But yeah, you can make sour orange juice out of regular orange juice, but this is pretty convenient right here. So I'm going to put y'all down and we are going to construct the marinade. Okie dokie. So here we go. Half cup of sour orange juice. Yeah, be sure to shake it up. Make sure it's well mixed. And then, folks, it's shelf stable now, but you want to refrigerate after opening. So half cup. I can't see that. Darn. Okay. Sour orange. Done. Tablespoon of pineapple juice. Now, y'all, I use these because, you know, I don't really drink pineapple juice on the regular. And a tablespoon is nothing in this can. So, you know, I drink the pineapple juice right after I... Woo! That's not good. Jumped into my milk. Yeah, y'all. And I'm also making the... whatchamacallit? Greek yogurt. So, it calls for just a tablespoon. It's too late, it done got mixed in there. Okay. And this is a 6 fluid ounce can or 177 milliliter. So, like I said, tablespoon, drop in the bucket. I'll just drink this in the morning. Okay, then we have 2 packets of Goya coriander and annatto seasoning. So, like I said, ground coriander, ground annatto. I'll do a full teaspoon of each. Yeah, it's pretty level. So that's the coriander. Then the annatto. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. That is our packets per se, because you're probably likely to find these versus the Goya packets. Not to say that the Goya packets are not in your area or whatever, but it's less unlikely. Okay, a teaspoon of salt. I just have kosher salt. That's what I have. Gotta roll with what you have, folks. I've said that time and time again. So, yeah, I mean, this salt could dry out the meat or whatever, or dry out the moisture from the meat, but it's a marinade, so I'm not too concerned. So in you go. Half teaspoon black pepper. Your run-of-the-mill black pepper, y'all. Run-of-the-mill, nothing special. So I'm just gonna, since I'm only using a teaspoon measuring device, so in goes half teaspoon of black pepper, half teaspoon garlic powder, like I said. Run of the mill. This is from Dollar Tree. Oh, escaped. But yeah, this is half teaspoon cumin. Bow. I'm not sponsored by Badia, in case anybody's wondering. Okay. Yeah, I was just so shocked when I first tasted this. And then last but certainly not least, oregano leaves. A 1/4 teaspoon of oregano leaves. So we're just maybe another shake. Okay. So folks, this is what we're working with. Now, I'm using chicken breast. So, I'm using 3 pounds of chicken breast. And, honestly, I would have doubled this. I would double this marinade. I might make another marinade, if anything. And then just, you know, pour it on top. But this is basically, this is per her recipe. You get like half a cup of marinade. So I'm going to go ahead, get a dish to hold the chicken in and the marinade. She recommends at least 4 hours to marinate. So after I like incorporate everything together, I'm going to make another batch of this to cover the chicken breast. And I'm probably going to let this marinate for 8 hours. Or whatever time, you know, whatever time we're hungry, ready to eat. But yeah, there you go. That's the marinade. I will see you when it comes time for the grilling. Alrighty, folks, so never mind. This half a cup of marinade is sufficient enough for 3 chicken breasts, which I was quite shocked about. But as you can see, I pretty much layered it. And I'm going to let it sit in the fridge. But yeah, that's how it's looking. Alright, see you in around 8 hours, I guess. Alrighty, folks, so it's been over 12 hours that the chicken's been marinating, and I have my grill pan all oiled up, ready to go. So I'm going to take my beautiful clean hand. I'm going to do 2 breasts pretty much at a time. And yeah, like I said before in the morning, I was surprised that this marinade was enough for 3 pounds of chicken breast. So what I'll do is give this a nice sear on one side, then cook a little more on the other side, and then just rinse, wash, and repeat with the others. Got some black beans in the background, and my brown rice is almost ready. All I gotta do is nuke the kernel corn, and I'll show you the finished product. Alrighty, folks, so got the last one ready to flip. This is how they look. I kind of believe I made a mistake with the annatto and the coriander. I probably should have used 2 teaspoons to account for the 2 packets, because I don't know what size packets Crazy Creative Blog has, so I just assumed it was, or 1 teaspoon would be enough. But I think I got the color down. Gave them a nice hard sear on one side, and then just let it cook lightly on the other. I'm gonna construct a Tropichop for y'all. Alrighty, folks, so just gonna take one of these chicken breasts, make sure it's cooked all the way through first. How's that looking? Okay. So, cooked all the way through, looking nice, white. Hopefully it's juicy, y'all. But a Tropichop basically is a bowl, like, you know, whatever bowl. Used to be just rice, beans, and your protein of choice. Now Pollo Tropical like has a whole bunch of protein and like your carb of choice. Could be mashed potatoes, could be mac and cheese. I'm telling you, interesting choice that they went with. So basically I'm cubing up this chicken because it's bite-sized pieces. And I found that in my experience, this cutting board is sliding all over the place, that man, Pollo Tropical is kind of stingy with the meat, and they charge you extra to put more meat on the plate. But hopefully I can see that that's basically how it looks. Now I'm going to take a bowl. I think this is good enough to turn over. I'm multitasking, folks. So I have some brown rice over here. That's what I prefer. They used to just do white rice, and then like slowly they added in brown rice, yellow rice, lettuce. You can have lettuce in the mix, or like make it like a salad. Pretty cool. I opt for the half rice, half lettuce. That ought to be a cup. Maybe a little more. And how I roll, folks, is usually brown rice, black beans, and chicken. Sometimes I get adventurous and put corn on there, but that's usually my go-to trio. Brown rice, black beans, chicken. If they have shrimp, sometimes I'll do shrimp. But shrimp is like kind of, it comes and goes. Alright, so that ought to be good enough. So that's how, this isn't a typical Tropichop bowl, but well, I say, folks, you gotta work with what you got. Okay, next, black beans. I just did a can of black beans. Add in some additional peppers and, not peppers, excuse me. You know, garlic powder, onion powder, just to waken it up a bit. Alright. So good amount of black beans. And then, don't want to be making a mess. I'm cleaning as I go though, folks. Got some corn. So I'm gonna put that on there. I mean, it's canned corn. I didn't add anything, just nuked it in the microwave. See? And then just add the chicken. And then also, Pollo Tropical has their sauces. And, y'all, I would have the guava barbecue with this. So this is kind of looking like the KFC famous bowl sort of deal and not a Tropichop. But I'll bring y'all in closer. And there you have it, folks. That is a homemade Tropichop thanks to the Kreative blog. I will link her information in the description if you want to get the recipe. Very awesome. If you want to follow her additional steps, or you know, her updates, because she did update the recipe to say, you know, oh, you can do it in the oven and add melted butter to it. I like the taste of it as is, but I will probably try her update somewhere down the line. But yeah, folks, that's pretty much it. So, any questions, comments, suggestions, or small talk, don't be a stranger. Leave it in my comment section below. Any and all are welcome, greatly appreciated. And I will see you in the next video. So until then, folks, take care, take it easy. Bye now.